Replay and back again for the 2004 white SLK Copart flood car that I bought months ago and just now kind of getting some time to get really into it. Hopefully y'all can hear me pretty good. I'm starting to learn exactly how to position the camera and get the volume out of it, because even Goon Squad, I mean they're using the iPhone 7. I think that's what I have. I mean, it's just a basic phone. But been working slowly on everything at a time, the garage, family, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably get that plastic piece for that white SLK and do some plastic welding, because with kids sometimes it's hard to really focus on one thing, because I was actually welding up where somebody broke all where the screw holes were, and I was going through fixing that, and I'll see if I still have that video. It may be on my phone, but I left the actual plastic welding iron on, and I think what happened was the actual lower dash piece from the car actually got melted a little bit. So what I'll do, I'll run in the backyard, probably grab it. I guess let's fix it. I got some plastic weld, maybe like smooth it out and make it look a little better than it is now. And I mean, I got the paint and everything like that, and I could probably get it mocked up in the car, so at least everything is not just hanging, and go from there. I probably need to pull that seat relay out, because that's probably was an issue, because I think I had to do that on this white one here. Now that I think about it, I really should take the relay out and swap. No, that wouldn't be nice, because I already got the seats working and everything in there. But it's I don't know, I'm gonna try this hobby out, see if it's a good fit. I mean, maybe people enjoy the content, and we just go from there. Because I mean, my goal is really just to stay home with the family as much as possible and still have a good living. So with a wife and 2 kids, still trying to figure that out from when I didn't have a wife and 2 kids, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a learning experience. I'm gonna try to put some content up just about every day, and let's go through, see the progress. It'd be like a video diary in a sense. And I don't know, I think I like cars, but I think I like them with simpler issues. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting into a whole restoration, like was it do-it-yourself gang. I mean, he went through, I think he's on like episode 100 on a Dodge Hellcat, and I watch him, and he's dedicated a lot of time and effort. He's gonna have a brand new car by the time it's done. So it's kind of neat, and it's probably be worth a lot more than just halfway going through a car. But the thing is, I have talents that are more well developed than others, so I think I need to stick with cars that have electrical issues, and maybe just master the OBD2 scanner, and that way I just know how to work on that, not try to do this and that, and all the other, because like Goon Squad, I mean, they're awesome at body work and stuff like that. And I think V-Tune, he's good at frame repair. He's got a frame machine, so I mean that definitely helps out, and being able to take something and work it back in place like it was brand new or even better than brand new, that's an amazing deal. So let me grab this part. I'm gonna try to plastic weld it, I mean, and we'll go from there, get it in the car, and just keep on working at it. I do want to finish the car. I don't want to halfway finish it, because I mean, it needs seats, it needs the interior put all the way back together, cleaned up, it needs an AC compressor put on, it needs a front bumper. I may just leave the front bumper off, to say to hell with it, and I ain't really worried about it, I guess. And the hydraulics need to be fixed in that car, and with it being a V6, it needs an oil change too, and it has to have an oil change. So I may look at the plus and minuses on that for what I have into it. I probably have a lot more into the car than I mean, even if the car was in really good shape, it'd probably be worth, I think I seen somebody else selling one with 100,000 miles for like 3,500. I don't know if the top worked, but I'm assuming that it probably didn't, but who knows, without stopping and actually asking, because if it did, I think it'd be worth more to 5,000. So it's just easier to find them in lower mileage these kind of cars, you know. And the issues is that the hydraulic cylinders and the seals kind of wear out at the time. So if you can find one that's in really low mileage, you know, 20, 30, 40, you know, if that, and you know, just redo the hydraulics on it, you know, spend 8-10 hours on it, maybe a weekend. I mean, you'll have a good little car that's gonna last for years, and the top will work for 15-20 years. Because I mean, if you get it done by top hydraulics and do it the right way, then you know, we're gonna have a problem. So or just, you know, get a new one. So that's my goal, is maybe to get, you know, sell these that I have here right now and get a newer one that doesn't need as much work with lower mileage, you know. And you know, eventually just buy a brand new one. that'd be the goal. So we're just gonna go at it. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna work on it and try not to spend a lot of time on one thing that's probably not gonna enhance the vehicle that much more. Because I mean, it probably been easier to just buy one in good shape, you know. I think I've probably overpaid for this car, but you know, nevertheless, it is a car with a clean title. And heck, you know, because I'm thinking I bought that one for $1,900 and it was in real good shape versus the one for $1,200. And I think I've taken the seats out and I put a ABS sensor on the rear wheel to make it shift. So I did get it running, driving, the shift, and I probably just need to sell it like that and not put a lot of more money. Because you know, probably whoever I had it before didn't shift, so they probably couldn't drive it, so they sent it back to the auction. And that's the reason that they probably just took some parts off of it, sold it, get their money out of it. That's why the front bumper was missing and then the side mirror. So at some point, I guess it just doesn't make any sense to really put a ton of parts in unless you, I mean, you really just love the car and it's got low miles. And with 100,000 miles, it's kind of high still, in my opinion. But you know, it still needs a fan and just various other little stuff. So we'll just try it out and see what happens. I say, let me just put it back together, clean up, get some seats, and then just kind of go from there, maybe, you know, or maybe we try something else. I don't know. Who knows what's the right thing? I mean, we just gotta try things, I guess, till you get a feel for what's really right and what you really enjoy. And you know, I would like to really do something fun with my family, and maybe just make videos about going on trips. That'd be pretty cool. You know, so you know, that's probably what we need to do. Probably just need to sell everything and then do something like that. So I may just kind of transition into that and then just go from there. I'm gonna grab the part. I mean, you know, at least put it on so it looks a little better. Because now I think about it, I did that to this white one, so I've done a lot of work. I probably got, let's see, all the fuses and stuff with me and my son, which, I mean, he was learning a good trade right there, learning how to use a test light. And I'm pretty sure if I had him grab a test light, he could understand that, you know, when the light's up, it works. I mean, that's the whole point of it. And it's simple for a 4-year-old, so he knows how to test them out. And I don't know if he understands, like, well, each one circuit does different things. I probably just need to teach him that. And maybe just stick on something simple, or I'm thinking just that OBD2 scanner, really. You know, just read it, oh, okay, well, it needs this or that, and, you know, maybe provide a actual report, you know, from that. Even having a video from it and just selling the car like that as is, or I don't know. I like driving different cars, but you know, I kind of like working on them if I had a lot of time, but not with my family. I like to rather spend time with my family if I can. So, but you know, everybody's got to make money and do things. So, and you need some time for hobbies and stuff like that. So we'll get started on it, and we'll go from there. I'll be back. All right, everyone, got this lower dash panel, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this plastic weld kit warming up and start fixing this little hole that I've burned up. And let me see if I get the camera position in the right direction real quick. Yeah, this is the actual part here. I may have to move it closer. Let's see. Yeah, I got kind of hot right there. So I'm gonna try to smooth that out. I got like a little Walmart It's like a rotary tool, and it works pretty good. I mean, I'm kind of surprised at it. Let's see. There we go. Okay, I'm probably being a little shaky with this. I need a cameraman. That's what I need. I need a cameraman. Alright, so let me go ahead and get that plastic welder. Where's it at? I guess we'll put a little thing in it. So we got trusty old plastic welder. Then it comes in handy if you got the right kind of plastic to weld with. This thing comes in handy. Let's see. Booyah. Hyper tough rotary tool. From Walmart, this thing works pretty good. Costs like 18 bucks, and it's done some surface rust repair on a white car that I'm getting rid of. And I mean, it'll cut up something. So it's a good little tool. Let's see where I set up. Alright, well, probably want to wait to plug it in, but, you know, for safety reasons, so it doesn't come operating on you. And I think I'm going to try this little wheel here. It's like an abrasive wheel, and it's an actual cutting wheel, but I think I should be able to shave some of that down real quick. So just going to pop it in there. And then they make this little tool right here. You hold this button down, and that holds like the shaft in place. You just turn it, lock it in place, then just turn it like that, and we're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try to shave this down. Never done this before, but I mean, just try to clean it up a little better so it doesn't look like it was all tore apart. And that is getting hot right down here, that actual plastic welding gun. So, and I got my safety goggles on my shades. So, oh yeah, that looks like it'll cut it down pretty good. Little cutting wheel. Yeah. What it is it actually melted to the point where there's a ridge right here, so I'm trying to break that ridge down, you know, so it doesn't look like so much like a ridge. I mean, that's the thing about having kids, man. It's so easy. I mean, you start working on a project, like my wife and kids are at their granddad's house right now, so, you know, I got a little time to get into this, and want to just kind of work on it, man. It's something that, you know, I think I enjoy. You know, I'm trying to find out really what I drive. I like driving cars, but I like driving them to a purpose, not just driving around the city, you know, in traffic. That's kind of crazy. So, yeah, just want to go ahead and get this going. it up a little bit. You see, I don't go too deep with it. I need to just take my time with it. It's kind of getting there. Looks like it's cold up in there. It's getting kind of warm now. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to fill in some of it so it doesn't look so bad. I mean, it's gonna look off anyway, but it won't look as crazy. Go ahead and melt some of this in there. So I'm trying to figure out is how do you make it look more like the original, and what I'm learning as we go along here is that if you take this iron and you kind of smooth it and let it melt, it does make a little texture. And I'm trying to make it where it does look like it has texture in it. It's just that this texture is going to be bigger than the texture that's already on there. So the only other thing I think of would be to sand it down so it doesn't look as much texture. So when we get to that point, you know, I'm just kind of learning as we go right here, man, because I've never done this really before, where I fixed a issue where something got too hot and melted a piece of plastic, and I'm trying to make it look where, you know, it's kind of more original to the point where it was when it came from the factory. But you know, you live and learn. So tell your kids make you forget stuff. I mean, they do, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to get as much in here as possible, and because it's just not level. I could feel it going over the actual hole here, so I'm gonna try to get some on it right now, but I know I need more here in this space versus that space. So it's kind of like you know, it is welding in a sense, but you know, like I need like a smooth, it's kind of like doing a piece of Bondo or something where you get it, you know, level. I could see that, you know, just kind of like spreading like peanut butter on, you know. So you want to get, you know, looks like more, you know, in the areas that you need more, you know. So I need more areas here versus here, so I'm gonna have to try to wipe that down without melting it. You know, that's the hard thing about it. So maybe get as flat as possible, you know, but it definitely needs a little work. But it's getting somewhere, that's for sure. So I'm gonna kind of work with this a little bit, see if I could get it where it looks like OEM, you know, close to it. Trying to spread it like peanut butter, I feel like right now. Get it hot enough where, you know, it'll go across nice and smooth. you know, from side to side, and I'm trying to make sure it don't burn through, because that iron had to be sitting on that spot for a pretty good while for it to burn like that. I guess it fell and it was sitting like this. So, you know, trying to kind of repair it, you know, where it looks better. So you know, I don't know. I don't even know if I should be messing with this, but we'll go ahead and get it close, you know, and the rest of it I'm not gonna worry about, because it's definitely off just sitting here looking at it. So I'm trying to fill in the voids that it has, and the rest of it I could just really I mean, I could sand it out. So, and this stuff, probably need to wear a mask. I mean, it's like having I got a mask. I probably need to wear that real quick. Painter's mask, but it'll work. So I can't go wrong with this thing. Got my mask. Getting a little smarter.
Just kind of around it. That thing got hot, man. Oh my god, it got hot. And it was blazing. Shit. I'm trying to recreate that. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on, trying to recreate this. There. So it's looking pretty good for what I see. I probably need a little more right there. Ooh, that thing's hot. Probably need a little bit more right there just to kind of go over with it. So we got something going on here. I mean, it kind of looks like peanut butter. The mask is the way to go if you're going to plastic well, for sure. You definitely want to wear a mask. Let me try to just get this as flat as possible. I'm going to put no this. I'll leave it like that. Cut this thing off. It looks a little better than what it was before, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. Let's see.
Let it cool, and then I'll probably sand it down so it's a little bit smoother, and then just go over some paint for now. And then we'll look at putting it in the car and then going from there. You know, at least get it in there. I can worry about the actual seat, relay, and other stuff like that later, but the goal is to get it in the car. So that's what we got so far, and let this cool and go from there.